Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to the K-pop World Channel. Not all farewells arrive with tears. Sometimes, even reunions can feel like the ending of a story long held in silence. That day, in front of a hospital that had almost become a witness to something far greater than physical recovery, two names were reunited. Not on stage, not in a scripted scene, but in a reality no one had prepared for. Wang Yibo appeared. For the first time since news of his health had swirled into a cloud of mystery among fans, he stood on his own feet, though not fully recovered. His body still looked fragile. His steps weren't steady like before, but his gaze was unchanged, still full of the quiet conviction that once vanished, now returning like a shard of light, breaking through a heavy storm. And behind him stood a figure no less familiar, Xiao Zhan. No makeup, no studio lights, no script, just him, eyes steady and unblinking, never straying from Yibo's shoulder. Someone in the crowd whispered, "That's him." Xiao Zhan really came. No one expected that moment to be public, let alone happen in such a private space, the front of a hospital, a place where tears are often hidden behind masks, and prayers don't always get answers. Yibo held a microphone. His voice was raspy. He coughed lightly before taking a long breath. And in front of hundreds of eyes, fans, journalists, staff, even patients watching from windows above, Yibo spoke. "Thank you for all your prayers," he said simply. But the world stopped for a moment. I didn't want to look weak. That's why I've been silent lately. But today, I want to be honest. I wouldn't be standing here if not for someone who was always behind me, even when I didn't have the strength to open my eyes. Then he turned, his eyes locked on a Xiao Zhan, who had been standing quietly behind him all this time, without a word, without a move, but clearly never looking away. "Thank you, Xiao Zhan." Xiao Zhan's eyes shimmered, but he said nothing. He accepted the words without needing to reply, a body language that couldn't be understood by just anyone. And before anyone could process what had just happened, Wang Yibo swayed slightly. A staff member stepped forward, ready to assist him, but Xiao Zhan moved first. He walked forward calmly, steadily, and gently, as if the person in front of him were made of glass. He lifted Wang Yibo into his arms. Silence. Cameras clicked, but no voices were heard. Even the most passionate fans were stunned into stillness, because everyone knew this wasn't a performance, not fan service, not a promotional stunt. This was real. In one motion, Xiao Zhan embraced all the invisible wounds, carrying Yibo away from the eyes of the world. And in that moment, the world wept too. A 30-second clip spread across social media. In less than an hour, hashtags like hashtag Xiao Zhan carries a ball and hashtag Wang Yibo thinks Xiao Zhan were trending worldwide. But it wasn't just because of their looks, not just because of the timing. It was because of one thing that couldn't be faked: sincerity. Some fans wrote, "All this time, I thought I knew them from the screen. But today, I realized I only knew a fraction." That wasn't just a physical lift. It was an embrace from someone who knows exactly how it feels to be broken. "I'm jealous, not because I want to be them, but because I know I may never be loved like that by anyone." Yes, jealousy. That word filled the comment sections of thousands of posts. Because what people saw that day wasn't cheap romantic fantasy. It was the rawest form of presence. Someone who stays even when the world has left. And it all started long before that day. Small leaks from hospital staff revealed that Xiao Zhan had been coming secretly at night. No cameras, no announcements. He would just sit, sometimes read poetry, sometimes stay quiet. One nurse claimed she heard Yibo murmuring Zhanji in his sleep. And Xiao Zhan, upon hearing it, didn't speak. But tears fell from his eyes. They're not a couple, at least not on paper. But the bond between them is stronger than any title. Are they best friends? Perhaps. Are they more than that? Maybe. But one thing is certain. They saved each other. And that day, the world saw it with their own eyes. Many asked, why did Xiao Zhan do that? Why not hide it, as he usually does? Why not wait until the cameras stopped rolling? Maybe the answer is he knew. It was time the world understood. Not about their status, but about the truth of their connection. A bond too deep to stay buried, too sincere to be hidden in private. A bond that deserved to be known, because love that pure is never out of place. After that speech, neither of their agencies made statements. No press conference, no follow-ups. And in that silence, speculation grew. Dreams grew, but so did trust. Fans now had something real to hold on to. An embrace. A thank you. A moment of care that crossed beyond roles and scripts. And the world finally saw how deep affection runs when it doesn't need to be spoken. Now people are waiting. What's next? Will they appear together again? Will this relationship remain open? Or was this the peak of a story silently coming to a close? We know you have questions, but for now, let's hold on to one thing, that moment. The moment when two broken people leaned on each other, not as celebrities, not as actors, but as humans who understood that the only way to survive is to not let go. That's all for today's story, but we're certain this isn't the end. There's more to be uncovered, more to be said, more to be felt. So tell us, was that embrace merely a sign of friendship? Or is something deeper quietly growing beneath it all? Share your thoughts in the comments. And of course, stay right here, because K-pop World will keep bringing you stories that don't just stir the heart, but remind us, behind the glittering world of stardom, real love exists. Love that cannot be scripted. Love that doesn't need words. Until next time, keep your hearts open.